Zach Sang and the gang.
Zach Sang and the gang right now in the studio. Cris Cab, hello, hello, hello.
What's going on?
How are you, brother?
I'm doing great.
How's life been for you this week?
Everything's been great, man. You know, a lot of traveling around here in the city, and had a great show at Webster Hall last night.
Oh,
Crazy.
Webster Hall's amazing.
Yeah, it's always so fun to be here in the city, man. So much going on.
Dude, life is good for you right now. Like, give me the lowdown. Just fill me in. Just bring me up to speed on you.
Yeah, well, you know, the last 7 months I've been over in Europe supporting the first single off my brand new album, which is called Liar Liar.
Okay.
I wrote and produced
Awesome.
it with Pharrell.
Great song, by the way.
Oh,
I heard it a
thanks,
while
man.
back. Really great song.
Thank you, guys. So, yeah.
How is it working with Pharrell?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great, man. He's one of the most talented dudes, you know, I've ever, you know.
He's a legend,
I've been
like,
very
straight
fortunate
up.
and blessed, you know. He really taught me a lot about
Yeah.
what I know about writing and producing and everything. So
That's awesome.
How amazing is that? Like, does that validate your talent at all when a guy like Pharrell is willing to work with you on something?
it's nice to have, you know, it's like it's a validation, you know, to me, because I looked up to him, but you know, people are still like, what you got? You know, it's not good enough. You know, you gotta. He's one. You know, the first person that taught me. You know, you gotta work really hard to put yourself in the right position, and
Yeah.
that's something he's been doing for the longest time, and it's no accident. He's had the greatest success. You know, in
And
the
how
last-
crazy is it that he's
Me
now
too.
like kind of mainstream himself now? Like his face
More
is
than
out there.
ever,
More
like,
than ever.
more
He's
than
been in the
ever.
game forever.
At-
Yeah,
yeah.
it's true, man. And you know, it's this. Like I said, he's just one of the hardest working guys. So it's like no accident. You know?
Yeah. How old are you?
21 years old.
Cool. I'm 21 too.
There we go.
What did you do for your 21st?
I actually flew into Paris for promo, for radio promo.
I mean, but you.
I mean,
probably
that's not a bad
But it
place
was
to spend your
nice.
time.
Yeah. It was cool. I did a lot of work, but at the end we got to celebrate and go out in Paris. So.
How do you like divide things up between work and play? Like, do you have a system to it?
I work and play. That's what I do.
At the same time.
I mean? You know,
I mean,
Zach.
if there's no time, you have to combine it. Like, that makes
That's
sense.
how I make it happen. You know, you gotta have fun while you work, and
Yeah.
you know, in this industry more than ever, you know, you could really have a good time and do what you love. You know, if not, go do something else.
Now, there's who else have you worked with? I googled you yesterday before you came in, obviously, and I saw people like pictures of you with Mike Posner. Who else have you worked
Sure.
with him?
Yeah, I wrote a great song with Mike called Colors, and still one of the fan favorites. And every time we play it live, you know, people really love that song.
Wait, I gotta hear this song.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's a
huge.
cool-
I love Mike Posner.
Yeah.
Oh, do
I like
you?
Mike
We go
Posner, too.
way back, years and years.
He kills his verse on the song. And, you know, such a pleasure to work with him. He's one of the nicest
talented.
guys.
The greatest human being I've ever met.
Right.
One of them, like top 5. When did
Yeah,
you
for
work with
sure.
him? What stage of Mike Posner was this?
This was Mike just before he wrote Girlfriend for Bieber
Okay.
at that time.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
that time?
yeah.
So it was like two and a half years
But
ago.
he was like
That's a good-
creating,
oh my
like,
God.
that whole time.
Yeah,
That-
he's in a very creative move, and he still is. You know, he's always working and throwing stuff against the wall. So
Unbelievable. He'll
Yeah.
create in anything. He carries that green notebook with him everywhere.
great writer, man.
Incredible. Is there anybody you want to work with? I mean, now that you have Pharrell, you have Mike under your. Those are come on, two
Yeah, I mean-
incredible individuals.
Definitely, man. You know, I've been so fortunate to work with so many people. You know, I'd like to say like my two main mentors in music were Pharrell and Wyclef Jean. So that
awesome.
already is
Cool.
like that was one of my childhood dreams. Like, boom, right there. You know.
I feel like two like opposite ends of the spectrum there.
For sure, and I've learned that's what's cool, man. I've learned a great deal of different things from each one of them. You know, they each have their different style. Pharrell
Yeah,
focuses
oh, yeah.
on a few key sounds and is real like a minimalist when it comes to
Totally.
production. Chooses
Yeah.
the right sounds, and Wyclef will add so many sounds but blend them together. So
Yeah.
you won't even
Right.
know
No,
some sounds are there.
Now that's what you want to like do for the most part eventually is produce, because that's like, I don't know, man. Producing is so big right now. Like I always talk about Mustard, like DJ Mustard is on every
Oh, for
single
sure.
beat.
Well-
Like, is that what you want to kind of wind up? Like Pharrell, even he has his own style. And
Yeah. Well, you know, definitely. I've always been producing since I was. You know, that's how I first started. I was by myself, and I went through a few bands in elementary school and in high school, and you know, those didn't work out. You know, because it's a lot of different personalities. But then eventually, I was like, you know, well, I got to do this thing on my own if it's hard to keep a band together. So that's how I started. You know, I started producing myself in my room, adding my own drums, piano, and from there, you know.
What's been the scariest part of this journey for you so far?
The scariest part of the journey, I mean, there's always, you know, in everyone's career, I'm sure, I mean, I can only speak about myself right now and, you know, from what Wyclef told me, Pharrell's told me, but, you know, everyone has their ups and downs. And
Yeah.
the scariest part is, you know, when you're starting off, it's the most beautiful part and the most scariest part. It's like a bittersweet thing.
Yeah.
Because you're finding your way and you could kind of be anybody at the time and you kind of, you know, figuring yourself out, but at the same time, that's the other part of it. Like, you don't know
Yeah.
what to do, you don't know what's going to work. People are telling you, oh, this is not good, or they don't understand it, or... But, you know, at the same time, you know, that's good. If people are not understanding you and putting you into a box, like, you know that you're kind of breaking out into your own thing.
Is there pressure put on you to kill it? Like, do you feel that pressure at all, or is it just you? Do you like close that kind of that crap out?
I mean, I pressure myself, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always on to the next, and I'm not satisfied. You know, like I'm always on to my favorite song is like my next song. Basically, that describes my whole thing. I'm always on to the next. Like, I'm like, all right, how could I do better than this, or how could I, I'm always trying to get better and better and better myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sum your style up just in a few words. Like, for someone who doesn't know who Cris Cab is, who are you?
One word is just a great word is that's easy to use and forever is just fusion. It's just a mixture of many different genres. I grew up in the Bahamas, spending a lot of time in the Bahamas, so for me that's where reggae comes into play, and that's why it's
awesome.
That's why it's an instinct for me. I just grew up in the hanging around the bars and with the locals.
Yeah.
And that's how I
Good
learned how to
times.
sing. That's how I learned how to play. And
Oh, that's killer.
yeah, so
Wow.
after that, I everything else I listen to. So I bring in hip hop, I bring in a bit of pop.
Yeah, I feel like your style's like that too. Like you have
Yeah,
this like
I'm
denim
a-
chambray with like this
Yeah.
hardware and this like skull like badass
It's
ring
a
on
little
your
bit of
finger.
everything. I like
it's like
it.
I'm a
straight up
little bit-
fusion.
yeah, for sure, man. And that's what it's coming down to, and that's what a lot of people are doing right now. Bringing new sounds together.
Yeah.
People are mixing dance, they're mixing
Oh my
live
God, yeah.
guitars at the same time, more than ever, and it's pretty interesting.
Huge. And we were listening to, obviously we listen to music every day because that's all we do is play the music for 5 hours straight. And we were listening to it, and the one thing that like just with songs like people like Clean Bandit and
Oh, yeah.
they're bringing back like a
Taking it
70s
back.
flavor.
Yeah, all
Cool.
freestyle.
Really
It's
cool.
Killer.
Have you guys heard the
music.
song "Stolen Dance"?
Wait, no. I want to listen to
Yes.
it.
Have you heard
have?
it by Milky Chance?
Yes, I
Wait,
just
maybe
heard
I
it.
have and I don't
This
even
guy,
know.
just heard
this
it this
guy,
morning.
he's got a very raspy voice,
Yeah.
and the song is so simple. It's just like
I heard
very
it
simple
on an
drums and
alternative
guitar.
station. I heard it on.
But this song,
All
this
Nation,
song
yeah.
is one of my favorite that's been going around in a while.
What is it called?
Stolen Dance.
Stolen.
It's really
Dance.
good.
This guy's voice is real
It woke
cool.
me up this morning. He's like, this is like a new kind of music.
Because the whole way he's
that's coming
singing
up.
is very like lackadaisical.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Yeah,
laid
and
back.
it'll cross over. It was on an alternative thing,
I'm
and it's gonna
telling
cross
you,
over
I
to top
think-
40.
I think it's gonna
It's like
smash.
Tough
I
Love,
think
like that,
so,
like
yeah.
weird
Do you,
stuff.
like I love being able to guess hits. Like I think that's like we like to do that here.
Yeah, there's so many artists and so much music going on, so that's always
it's a
cool
fun
when
time.
when you see someone coming up like that.
Right? And I feel like it's a weird time in music where it's like anything goes on that mainstream CHR type format. Do you know what I mean?
For sure,
Like we're not like when I'm sitting down and programming music, like we're not like saying no to anything.
And it's a fusion right now more than ever.
Oh my
You're
God.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Dude,
So,
I think this is your time. I have a good vibe about you,
Yeah.
man.
thank you, sir.
Congratulations on everything. What do you have coming up in the near future? Bring me up to speed.
Well, I got the album coming out here September 2nd.
Awesome.
I'm finally releasing it in the U.S., so it's
Huge.
great to bring it back home. Pharrell's allowed me the opportunity to join him on tour.
What?
So good.
So I'll be
Sorry,
in,
that excited me.
I'll be throughout
That's
most of Europe, touring for September and October.
Huge.
And after that, bringing it back to the States, hopefully touring over here and, building up over here.
Do you realize how lucky you are sometimes?
I do, man. I'm very appreciative, and it's really a dream for me ever since I was a little kid to do this, and now it continues to be a dream every time.
I mean, I'm sure just having your being signed to a record label is a dream. Then to have an album, then to work with Pharrell, and then to be on tour with Pharrell. I mean, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah, man, it's fortunate, man, and even to have him, have him as a mentor and have him as a friend and teach
Yeah.
me so much. I could honestly say I wouldn't, be here without his guidance and his advice.
How do you keep yourself grounded through all this? Because you really don't know what's ever going to happen.
It's seeing people like him and seeing people like Wyclef, and fortunately for me, again, I had a great family growing up who's so supportive and behind me the whole time. So it's just great, man. It's it's all part of it. To have great role models such as these guys. Because Pharrell's so cool and Wyclef's so cool and chill, and you got to take advice from those guys, and those are the guys who've done it for a while. So
They know what they're doing.
yeah, and they're so cool and so chill and fun, and they they don't care, man.
What is the single you're pushing now? Is it Liar Liar?
Yeah, Liar Liar, we're trying to bring it back here. So
I think it has a place for it here.
I think so, man. The reggae's starting up again with Chronics and with Rude.
Oh my goodness.
And it's coming back. So.
Great song, Rude.
Yeah, it's cool. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
love
good
it.
friend of Nasri, the singer.
Really?
And he's just the nicest guy too.
The
So
coolest dude. And I don't want to
So
brag,
happy-
but
so
we
happy
helped
for those
start
guys.
that song here.
oh, did you guys?
That's our low key. That's our humble brag. When we
There
go,
you go.
Hashtag
we
humble
played
brag.
it back in March. It didn't hit till like June. But yeah, that's a awesome
huge,
song.
yeah.
It's a great
It's not
song,
stopping
man.
either.
And again, Nasri and those guys are really cool. So
Yeah, they're
And
yeah.
their
happy for them, you know.
Dude, their story's crazy.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the guy is one of the the greatest
Yeah.
songwriters.
He's been around
Nasri's
forever.
great.
And they're all studio musicians for the most part.
They're, like,
they were
real
all just playing
musicians. I love that.
Insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Dude, congratulations on everything.
Thanks, man.
Best
Thank you guys
of
for
luck with
having me
everything.
here.
Seriously, whatever we could do for you, please let us know, man.
Well, I would love for you guys to help us out like you helped Magic.
I think we can help you
Yeah,
out.
we'll pencil you in.
That sounds good. And allow me to play some music at the Bake Off.
Oh my God,
just
so down.
Called it.
So
Called it. Please,
down.
yes.
Please, I'm here.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Cris Cab, everybody.
Thank you.